Hey everyone, it's Albie. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be going over my September TBR slash books that are kind of on my watch list. So they're kind of on my TBR, but they're also like gonna happen eventually, and they're also sort of new releases, etc. So I don't want to do just a full TBR. I want to do something a little broader so that way I don't lock myself into books, and you can also find out about some new releases. So the first book I have planned for September is actually a buddy read with my friend Justine. I had a post I think on here as well for anyone that wanted to join. The book is Morbidly Yours by Evie Fairbanks. It's sort of it is a rom-com, but it's also a little darker, but not like a dark romance, more like a dark humor, dark comedy. So our heroine Lark is sort of a recent widow. She lost her husband Reese about 2.5 years prior to the beginning of the story, and she on a whim decides to kind of revamp her life and move to Ireland. So when she moves there, she kind of meets a new neighbor who is named Colum, and he is a mortician. So it's a mortician hero, it's a illustrator heroine, it's Grumpy Sunshine. Hero falls first. It looks really cute and I'm really excited for it. The next book I have on my list is, I'm hoping that I get it. I did request it on NetGalley, so you know it's up to the NetGalley gods if I get it or not, but I do want to get it. Hopefully I can get it for free, you know. But it's Enchanted to Meet You by Mack Cabot. It's a plus size heroine who is a witch, and she meets a guy and he's supposed to help her save her town from like destruction or evil spirits or something. I wasn't too sure, but it looked super cute from the premise. Has a really beautiful cover, and I have been a Mack Cabot fan, well, really since before reading her, because I love the Princess Diaries. I think the movie came out 2002, 2001, which the movie is very different from the book series, but it's still the same heart at the end of the story. You know what I mean? But I've been reading Mack Cabot since 7th grade. I read the Princess Diaries books. She actually released the 12th in the series. She has 2 that are for adults. I've read the 11th one, and it's not like any more graphic or anything than the first 10 canonical Princess Diaries. So I think if you're like a middle schooler or teenager, you'll be fine to read the 11th, and I haven't read the 12th, but it's, you know, no different in like language or anything like that. But I'm excited that Princess Mia, possibly Queen Mia without doing spoilers, you know, still has a journey to tell us. So Enchanted to Meet You is coming out September 5th, I believe, so Tuesday, and the 12th Princess Diary book is already out. It's I think it's called The Princess Diaries, The Quarantine Diaries. So it's about Mia and like COVID and like being a ruler of Genovia during a pandemic. I think I haven't read it yet, but it looks really cute. I love Princess Mia, and I think I always will, and I really just love the books Princess Mia even more so than the movie. The movie is a 10, the books are like a 10.5. I've always loved the books. The next book I have planned is Tangling with Trolls by Hazel Mack. This releases on September 25th. It's book 2. I don't really know what the series is called. I think it's like the Ever Creatures. But the first book was Getting It On with Gargoyles. Y'all already know my review is up. I absolutely love that book. It was so wonderful. It's sort of like, it's that lovely cozy monster romance that I've found with Ashley Bennett's works. These are just as wonderful. So if you're a fan of the cozy vibes but spicy, and you like the monsters, the whole monster thing, I think you're really gonna like Hazel Mack. I kind of said it's sort of like spicy Halloween Town because I don't know how long the series is going to go, hopefully forever, you know, but that starts off with the 3 sisters who are triplets actually, and each sister is going to have a book. So this is the second sister, and she has like a grumpy troll that she meets in the first book. I don't know yet if it's going to be one where you need to read the series in order. I will let y'all know about that, but book 1 was just absolutely wonderful, and they're really short. They're all under 300 pages. In my book, pun intended, that's short for, you know, romances, so I think they're just lovely. The next one I have planned is an oldie but a goodie. I've never read it, but since autumn is approaching, I wanted to read It Happened One Autumn by Lisa Klepas. This is book 2 slash kind of book 3 of the Wallflowers, if you count again the magic as book 1 slash the prequel, which you kind of should, honestly. I'm really looking forward to it. Now I do own I'm actually gonna read it on my Kindle. I own the physical, but I've been like a Kindle addict because I just read so quickly on it, and it's fun to just have like a uniform size book that you can like read anything you want and put it in your purse without having to like switch purse sizes and stuff like that. So anyway, so my version will be edited. Unfortunately, I think you have to get the new covers. Let me get it. Sure, I have like a lovely double chin. Is this one. So this is the one I own in paperback, and it's the same version in ebook format, you know, the same edition, I guess, but these have been edited from the original. I don't know too much about it because, one, I don't want to get spoilers, but I think it was from a Historical Hellions episode. There's like something that happens with like fruit that's been soaked in like wine or something, and like the heroine gets her fiddle faddled, but I don't think it was like, you know, SA. I think it was just like, I'm tipsy and I want some vitamin D sort of thing. So I don't think it was malicious, but I guess it's that like gray area, which there's sort of like a no tolerance for gray area, which there shouldn't be. But, you know, it's historical romances, you know, I don't know. I feel like keep it original because it goes with the times. And, well, I don't want to get canceled, but yeah, I just feel like maybe don't change it, or like try to use what you have and just try to make it a little different. So just cutting it out, because I think from what I've read, they've like just cut stuff out. Like I read Secrets of a Summer Night is the first one, or second, whatever, and that has like the prologue is taken out for some reason. I'm not sure why the prologue was taken out of my edition, and I don't think anything bad happened or whatever in the prologue, but like that sets up the whole thing between Annabelle and Simon. I can't remember the people's names, it's been so long. I think her name was Annabelle, because like it begins, for me when I read it, they just hated each other, but it didn't have like a it didn't explain why they hate each other. It was just like this ugh, you know, kind of thing. So that's a little confusing. So I am looking forward to it. I just think Lisa Kleypas is just a really wonderful author. I will say from my experiences, you know, you really should read them. There's a specific order in which to read the Lisa Kleypas books, and if you jump around, I think you're going to miss some like fun Easter eggs, and I don't know if you're going to enjoy it as much. That was been my personal experience, because the first one I read was Cold Hearted Rake, and like the series kind of interlocked. There's kind of like a Lisa Kleypas Marvel universe sort of thing. So I think Rachel Reads and Sings has a diagram. I'm pretty sure it's her Instagram that has a diagram that's kind of viral. I'll try to find it and post it here, but you should read, I think you read the Wallflowers before the Ravenels for sure. And see, I didn't know that, so I kind of missed a bunch of stuff. And there might be a series before that. You might need to read the Mine Till Midnight series before the Wallflowers. It's a little confusing and not as fun as, you know, because you have to kind of build up to it. But her books, I didn't love Cold Hearted Rake, but now that I know the Lisa Kleypas world, I kind of don't dislike it as much as I did. And I think I might even reread it at some point after I've read the Wallflowers to kind of refreshen it. And the other books I've read by her have all been a strong 5 or a 6 star. So I've rambled on way too much on Lisa Kleypas, but I'm really looking forward to It Happened One Autumn. I'm also looking forward to having some discourse, is that the right word? To figure out what happened or what I'm missing. So I definitely know Brandy of Brandy Reads. I think she's changed her YouTube name again. I'll link her below. And Justine on Instagram, they're big like Kleypas connoisseurs. So they'll help me out and fill in the blanks. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, another book that's on my radar. It's a new release for this month. I've actually read a novella by the author and I did enjoy it. This is, I think it's book 2. The first one's like Ad Lib and Love. I think I'm just going to skip book 1 and just read this one. I don't think they interlock. But this one's called An Unholy Affair by Evie Alexandra. It looks really cute. So the heroine is a vicar, and she's like a pig farmer, and I don't know if she's a virgin heroine or if she's just like never had an Oprah, if you know what I mean. But something comes along, and the hero is a male escort, and he's really good at his job apparently, if you know what I mean. So it just seems really interesting. It seems, I don't think it's supposed to be like schmexy and dark like what are this called? Priest and Saint and Sinner, that series by Sierra Simone, I think. But it seems like kind of like a more like a Tessa Bailey does ranch is what I'd kind of look at it as. So that looks really cute. It's on my radar. I think it comes out September 14th, and it's, you know, it's an indie author, so like the ebook's like $4.99, so I'll probably just end up buying the book. But it looks really cute. The next one is a historical romance by Diana Quincy. Y'all know I love Diana Quincy. This is her new series. I'm not fully sure the like title of the series, but this is book 1, and it's The Duke Gets Desperate. So our heroine is Middle Eastern. I think she's actually Middle Eastern American. And so that's really cool because I'm also Middle Eastern American. I'm part Syrian from my grandfather's side, so I love seeing the representation, and I really love Diana Quincy's writing. I can't remember the series. I think it's called The Clandestine Affairs, which has Her Night with the Duke, the Viscount made me do it, in the Marquess Makes His Move. I haven't read the Marquess Makes His Move yet, but books 1 and 2, 5 and 6 stars. They're really good. So I'm very excited to have a new Diana Quincy book because I just love her to pieces. I love her, and Joanna Shoup and Eloisa James. They're all like my queens. And Lisa Klepas, but you know, she came later. So I have to have like high respect for especially Eloisa James, because she was my first historical romance author, and like I think the first historical romance, like legit historical romance that I ever read. So I have to like put her on a pedestal, you know. All right, there's some other books I have, and that's the, sorry, I have my notes here. That's the, I don't know the series name, but it's the Halifax Sisters series is what I'm calling it, by Alexandra Vasti, Vasti. I'll have pictures and stuff. If you sign up for her newsletter, you get these novellas for free. They're all about 100 to 170 pages, you know, so something you could read in a couple hours to a couple days, etc. So I'm excited for that. If my friend Emmeline on, I think Emmeline's like her Instagram name, but like her name's like Mary Ellen maybe. I have to look it up. She posted on her Instagram stories that if you like signed up for the newsletter, these novellas are free and they're really good. So like, well, sign me up, you know. So I signed up for her newsletter. I don't know if it's just a short-term thing, so I'm gonna have this video up on Tuesday, so hopefully Tuesday the 5th she'll still have them up. I don't know, I would assume they're like mildly spicy, like a Julia Quinn, Lisa Klepas sort of thing. But she does have a book, I think it's with St. Martin's Press, that comes out in 2024, and that'll be her first like full-fledged novel. So that's really awesome, especially to be picked up by, you know, St. Martin's Press or anyone. It just, wow. You know, it's just really impressive, because I've read some truly wonderful books by indie authors, so it just makes you wonder what is it like to do that and get picked up so quickly. It's just like a fairy tale. So yeah, and I have on my list something random, like some of these books I said I'm not necessarily going to read this month. Some of them I think are going to lean in towards October, because it's just like the spookier spookier vibes, but I put something random. So like Ice Planet Barbarians, I might pick up the I don't know which number I'm on. They all have Barbarian. I think Barbarian Prize, which is book 4 maybe. I think that's the one I have to read next, so I'm going to read that one, or I plan to, or whatever. And then maybe like a cozy mystery. I have one, sorry, I've been sick for a while. I can't think of her name. It's like Katie something, but it's called Pride, Prejudice, and Peril. I was like, how perfect is that, where it's like Jane Austen. I think she's like a Jane Austen fan or romance author or something, but it's like, you know, historical romance meets cozy mystery, so that's perfect for me. I also have one that's like sort of like southern, which sounds really cute. It's the one I've talked about before. It has the golden doodle on the cover. It looks really cute. I have like, I think it's called something like Dead Body and Soul Food. It's like a brother and sister cozy mystery detective, and they have like a soul food restaurant. That sounded really cool. I own that one. And then I also picked up, I think, book 1 in the Hannah Swenson series, the chocolate chip cookie murder or mystery, whichever one, by Jonah Fluke. So I'm very excited to read something light and cozy. Like I said, some of these aren't necessarily what I'll read this month, but they're definitely something coming up. Because I don't, every time I do a TBR, I'm just one of those people where I like lock myself in, where I'm like, I have to read these books, and I kind of resent them. And like sometimes it makes my rating system a little harsher, because I'm like I'm forcing myself to read it because I put it on a list. I'm just one of those people, I wouldn't call myself type A. It's just, I get really rigid about stuff. I think because I'm a musician, like you can't really flutter around being an opera singer, you know. You have to be really, really strict, you know, really strict in your singing. So I'm like really strict in my reading too. So, yeah, I try not to like lock myself into certain books, but I'm excited. Let me know, what are some of your most anticipated reads for September? Are you like me, where you kind of do like a soft TBR, where you're like, this would be lovely to get to, but I don't want to lock myself in? Let me know. Is there one on this list that you think, really try to read that one, because I want to hear what your thoughts are, or whatever? But yeah, I'm definitely really looking forward to Morbidly Yours, and honestly all of them I'm really looking forward to. Do y'all remember, I'm gonna go on a tangent before I wrap it up. Do y'all remember this show on Disney called The Famous Jack Jackson? I think it was that one. I don't know. It might not have been the famous Joe Jackson, but there was a boy, and like it was kind of like Alex Mack, that show Alex Mack, where she was like, she turned into like liquid or something. Anyway, he was like an alien or superpowers, and like you could touch a book and read the whole thing. So he'd just be like, and read it. I wish I could do that. I would just go to Barnes and Nobles and be like, read like the entire series, because I just love books. So that'd be wonderful to read that quickly. Well, I've rambled on too much as usual. What's new? But hopefully not too much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, save, send a carrier pigeon, you know, let me know. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.